Hello, welcome back. So we are continuing exploring around. Now, something interesting to note about this is it says, oh, actually, before the map. So it says new Bodum year unknown, but if you exit to the historic crux, actually, let's see. Yeah, if you return to the historic crux, it will tell you it's actually hollow. It's called Hollow Seclusion. In the year, it's actually new Bodum 00X AF, indicating an alternate version of 3AF Bodum. So that's actually a little interesting thing there. There's actually two different Bodums. Alright, so let's see, where the hell are we supposed to go? Kinda forgot. I think we're supposed to go back to Sarah's house, and where was that?
Everyone is acting kind of strange.
Hey, there you are.
You see, Snow's back in his 13 gear.
Here?
What? I'm not allowed to hang out in my own place? You.
But you went looking for my sister. You left ages ago.
What are you talking about? Lightning hasn't gone anywhere that I know of.
What?
She's living right here with us ever since we got married, remember?
Damn, third wheeling her sister.
You okay?
I don't
Hey,
understand.
It's okay. Sarah, where are you going? Sarah!
Everything's falling apart.
You know, the weird-ass sky in the filter was an indication that it's not real. Because even in the alternate futures, there is a different, there's indications it was, I think you get what I'm saying, like.
Is this a dream world? Am I trapped? Am I the only one here? Is it really you?
Welcome home, Sarah.
Lightning, why are you here?
Because you want me to be.
You can see all your heart's desires come true.
You've changed history, and you're back where you belong. This is it. Your adventure's over. Sarah, come with me. Your family's waiting.
Yes. My family. That's right. I'm home. My family are all here. Deep in my heart, the truth still glinted like a razor.
So this is actually another opportunity to get a paradox ending when you have the paradox scope. If you accept Lightning's offer, then you get the false, you get a paradox ending. If you don't, then the game normally
My
continues.
sister was here. Snow was here. If I stayed, I would be with everyone I'd ever loved. This is what I'd been searching for all this time. I'd found my home. I'd found happiness.
Oh wait, okay. Oh, okay. So I was wrong. You don't need a paradox scope. So we're gonna do this because we want the extra XP.
Sarah, let's go.
Yeah.
So I think now that I remember, it's actually one of the very few paradox endings. It may be the only paradox ending that you can get without the scope. See, kind of interesting how the font looks straight out of Nier Automata, doesn't it?
I'm home.
And this came out 3 years.
In
Let's
some
see.
ways, it's almost like
Came
I
out
had
4
things
years
taken over,
before
forcing out
Automata
feelings
did.
that were there
Although I
before.
think that font was already in use by the Nier series before this game
First,
came
I was
out.
overwhelmed with Soon even
Yeah,
that feeling faded
kind of
away
interesting,
with the
isn't
mist.
it? It is the same publisher, so maybe they borrowed it, you know, the
Now
font at
every
some
day
point,
is
because that
paradise.
really did look straight out of
Raven
Nier.
is here with me, and Snow as well. Lebro and Huge, Godot and Maggie.
Huh, that's how it's
the whole
pronounced.
band.
I was always reading as
Sometimes
LeBrow.
Saz and his son come to visit.
I always heard as LeBrow too, but they rarely say her name,
Guess what?
so.
Hope had some great news for us.
Hmm.
He said he was pretty sure they might be able to save Fang and Vanille from the pillar. I'm content. I like my life the way it is.
Now that's actually something interesting that
There's only one thing that keeps it
Fang and
from being
Vino are brought up
perfect.
in the Paradox ending. Canonically speaking,
I can't
they do
remember
get
a
rescued from
certain
the pillar because they show up as in part in Lightning Returns and have major roles there.
And I'm sure we were
Like I'm pretty
close.
sure I said in the previous session, all of the all the playable characters from 13 have roles in the 2 sequel games. It's just different depending on the game. Fang and Vino don't have much role here,
Strange.
but they have major roles in 13 and Lightning Returns.
In my room, I have a mirror. I never use it. It scares me.
It's interesting that she says this because that mirror is where we started the entire game at with.
World. And if I peek inside, I'll be lost. Or so it seems to me. When I told Snow how I felt, of course he said I was just being silly. Maybe I am. I can live with that.
Really is
All I
interesting.
want is for these wonderful, magical days to continue. For this time to stretch on forever. This is where
So
I'll
this
stay.
interesting is interesting just because of what what's implying.
I'm home,
No's presence.
and I never want to
That she would have remembered him even if she was in a fake, dreamscape like this. And you get a decent little chunk of XP for getting the Paradox Ending fragments. If I remember correctly, the really hard ones to get to give out a lot of XP. So yeah, here it is called Hollow Seclusion. So before we go on, we're gonna increase her stamina a little bit. Okay, this is a fresh one, so let me pull up the guide. Alrighty. Alright, so this is level 9. It's all big crystals and Ravager again. Wait, no, it's actually level 10. Okay, sorry. Level 10 because we got HP last level. Okay. So, use Ravager on the big crystals and the rest are our medic for filler. If I remember correctly, the XP in this game works the same way as it did 13, so Noah will receive the same amount we got from Sarah. So he should be around 4,700 when we get control of him again. If I remember correctly, it does not put you back at the prompt. Oh, it does. I'll be damned. That's right, because, yeah, technically speaking, you didn't actually move away from that spot. So there's 7 other ones you can get. And as far as I know, the hidden one is the only one you can get after completing all the, getting every single fragment. And this is interesting because if you read, reading what it says, it talks about Moogles, and she's met a Moogle before. Let's go ahead and get this. I think it's a gate seal, if I remember right. I could be wrong, though.
Can't they hear me calling?
Nope, it's just a live trigger. Well. Skip. And since we said yes before, it's automatically darkened.
I couldn't do it.
Damn right you can't do
When I
it.
had lost faith in the future, Noel came and gave me hope. Snow left his home and his friends. He traveled through time to save others. Hope worked feverishly to save Cocoon. And then there was Vanille and Fang, trapped in crystal, holding Cocoon in the sky. I couldn't desert them to live in this world of dreams. I couldn't betray them. Lightning, I'm so sorry. No! Don't give up.
Now, something interesting about this segment is, why would she call her Lightning instead of Claire? That's something that's always bothered me, you know? Like, why would she ever say Lightning instead of Claire?
Who was that? And why is she trying to help me?
Alright, so hold on just a second, please. Okay. Let's get in the, got off screen because we don't need it until we get back to, Noel.
Somebody is helping me, but no one's here.
We'll just run past him. Basically, you gotta run all the way back over to here, where you can see a green dot indicating an NPC.
That voice. I'm sure I've heard it before. You can do it. I don't see anyone, but I'm not alone. Not
Man, I would love a chocobo right about now. Oh, that is the right way. Couldn't tell because the minimap didn't rotate.
Where's the gate? There's nothing left.
Damn right.
Vanille!
No mystery at all.
Vanille? Is that really you?
Well, that's a good question. Put it this way. It's the real me, but inside a dream. I'm still sleeping in the crystal pillar, you see. And you're dreaming away too. So it's like we're meeting inside each other's heads.
So this is a dream after all. But why did you come?
Because you needed help.
Oh, you've never met Fang before, have you?
We've come to pull you out of this fantasy of yours.
And it's actually a good point. She never actually met Fang. Not until the ending sequence. And even then, that wasn't actually her, you know, she didn't actually see her. Fang and Vanille were already in the crystal.
Come on, Fang.
So this is actually presents something that's not explored in any other, any of the three. Oh, sorry. Let me start over. This sequence presents something that's not explored in 13 or Lightning Returns. That somebody in crystal stasis could actually talk and interact with the outside world.
I remembered my sister is fighting in Valhalla.
It's hinted at and assumed
They're fighting their own
that it's going on in 13 because of the Sarah's tear and everything, but it's never actually established if she's actually impacting the outside world or not. Whereas here, Fang and Vanilla inside the Crystal Pillar are actively interfering with Sarah's prison here and getting her out. So these two can actually interact with the outside world, and again, this is not something that's explored often. So it really presents a lot of questions about what the nature of crystal stasis is, and it looks like here it's only temporary. Could someone in crystal stasis always do this, or did you need something special to do it?
I'll save you.
Because this here is implying Sarah was in crystal stasis again, which allowed them to contact her. But the games raise a lot of questions that they never really fully answer, or more like they answer some questions, then some more come up, and by the end of the series, it's never really fully explained.
I met Vanille again. She saved me once 3 years ago, and today she came to help me. I owe her my life twice now. And I met Fang for the first time too. We only talked a while, but she kind of reminded me of you.
Now that's actually really funny because remember what I said before. Some of Fang's character traits were actually applied to Lightning. Then they took them from Lightning during development and put them on Fang, and that was also around the same time that Fang was conceived as a male character. So that's actually a funny meta joke right there that most people probably don't understand. It is a great one. And now we're at the dying world. Okay, we're not in control yet. So here it is, the end of time. We're at the end of the world.
Lightning.
Here we
I've come
go.
a long way, and it's all thanks to Noel. That's why when I reach Valhalla, I want him with me. So here I am, inside the memory of a lost future. I've come to lead Noel away from this cold, distant world.
Okay, so let's take a look at the map. You want to go south, because you pretty much start off in a hellhole area. Oh, that's right. We can't actually go. So that's the village where most of the action is in this segment, but we can't actually enter it yet. So basically, we're reliving part of Noel's story prior to the events of the game. Prior to the start of the game.
Hunting alone is harder than it looks.
It's basically what's going on Noel at the very start of the XIII-2 arc.
This should do it for the birthday feast.
And it's around the time where he did end up going into Valhalla. And it's also kind of interesting that some of the few creatures left in the world, behemoths are left. And why that's interesting is because behemoths, if you study history and everything, you'll notice that the reason why you don't see dinosaurs and such anymore is because other than climate changes and environment changes, they stopped needing to be huge in order to survive. So that's why you don't see any more megaflora or megafauna, because it's like a very simplified answer.
It must have been a difficult hunt.
Nah,
but no reason to be huge anymore, especially when the stuff, the sustenance needed to be that huge, started drying up.
Why does there have to be
Hence
one
why
true
smaller and more efficient,
I don't get
life
why
forms
I
came
have
out
to
of these
replace
huge, creatures.
Because, Noel, that is the way. You are ready to challenge me to a duel. If you defeat me, the sacred pact passes to you. Just as I once defeated my predecessor.
What happened to him anyway?
I killed him. That is the law of the Guardians. There can only
Cool Yasuo here just straight up beating it in his face like, yeah, I killed him. What about it?
If you wish to succeed me, you must kill me.
There's no way, Caius. I want to fight you, not...
It's interesting Kaius doesn't go into much more detail about this because this is actually the first time the Law of the Guardians is brought up, if I remember right. Not to mention, he doesn't say much more about the guy he killed, who he actually took his name from. Actually, I think that's reflected in his data log. It may be data log or supplemental material. Yep, it's not here. It may be in later dialogue, I don't know. But basically, Caius Ballard is not his true name. He fought somebody I think something like 500 years prior to the start of the game. It was supposed to be it was like some unspecified point in time of the 13 timeline. He fought him, killed him, and in order to honor him, he took on his name and he cast away his old one. It's never revealed, as far as I know, what his actual true name was. So he's always been Caius. Hell, due to the nature of the timelines, that may have never actually happened.
I need more time before I can beat you.
He may have always had a true name of Caius.
You can't just leave like that. I wanted to get stronger than Caius, so I began training with swords. I'd never beat him at his own style, so I went with 2 blades. If I didn't kill Caius, I
Rule of
couldn't become the
2.
next Guardian.
2 is cool. 1 is
There
boring.
was no way I was following some musty old rule like that. Problem was, I wanted the power of chaos that all Guardians were given. Caius
So,
Ballard,
Guardians in 13,
I wanted to
much
stand
more
at your
hardcore
side
than the ones in
and help protect
Spira.
you.
They Klingon promotion their fucking way into the spot.
But you, Caius,
And they had to be strong in order to keep others from pulling that
left
shit too.
before I had the chance.
So you can use Moogle Hunt even though he's it's confusing, you know? And if you use Moogle Hunt around here, you can bring these people into a phase. But if you do that... yeah. That's honestly kind of fucked up, you know? But at the same time, I think there's actually a good reason why. They're here, but they're not actually supposed to be there. Yep, cool, nice map. Okay, so the reason why they disappear like that and they die is because they're not actually supposed to be there. In 700 AF, as Noah has said many times in different points of the story, it's only Caius, Yule, and him left. So if you phase these people into existence, they die. Because they're not actually supposed to be there. So yeah, you gotta be careful with that kind of thing. So this, if I remember correctly, this is a combat-free zone, but once you get Noah back, the outside does get combat. Inside the village, you're okay. And something interesting about this area is it's supposed to be on I think Grand Pulse somewhere, but it's never revealed where exactly. Actually, tell you the truth, I don't actually know where the hell Noel is from. Like, the most thing we know is that he's from a dying world, which is 200 years after Cocoon Falls. But it's never explained if it's from Pulse or from somewhere, some area that's got created as a result of Cocoon falling. I think he's actually from Pulse because if you look at his clothing, he's got similar dress to how Fang and Vanille are dressed. You know, he's got similar themed clothing to them and the hunters on the arch step. Let's see. I guess we gotta go all the way south then, because he's not up here. But you do come up here not long from now. We may have passed him. We may have to phase him back in. I don't know. I hear loot. And Chocolina does show up here eventually, if I remember right. She shows up in every single zone that she could show up in. You just gotta find her most of the time. God, you can hear the whimpering and such all over the place. Oh. And we killed the damn chocobo. I think something's over here. I thought I saw something hovering. There he is. Yep, you did have to phase him back in. So he's like the only one in this area, I think, that does not have that problem.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think Chocolina does need to be facing. It's been so long, I don't really remember.
Bagged a huge one. I wanted something special for tonight.
You mean for my birthday? So you remembered.
How could I forget? Tonight's feast will be the best yet. Although I wish we could have more people, like in the old days. Maybe a party with just 3 people will be kind of depressing.
No, it won't. It'll be lots of fun. As long as you and Caius come, it'll be great.
Well, okay if you say so. Yule! I was nothing but a disappointment. In the end, I couldn't save you.
Noel has a lot of self-esteem issues, if you haven't noticed yet. Like, we're 11 hours in the gameplay according to the timer. And he's, you know, if you haven't noticed, he's got some self-esteem issues. I don't know what to say.
And my own helplessness.
Now, I seen with Sarah, you do have the opportunity to get a paradox into Noel when we get control of him. But you have to have the scope on for that one, unfortunately. See, I hear it. Where are you? There you are. But yeah, we can't reach this without getting Mog back.
Well, are you ready to kill me?
No, I'm not. Today's Yule's birthday, Caius. It's not the time for this. Look, I will fight you, but not to the death. And not until tomorrow. After I win, I'll receive the power of the Guardian. Then we can leave this place and protect Yule together.
Leave and go where?
To wherever other people are living, of course. I know there are more people out there somewhere. If we find them, Yule won't have to
I
feel
mean,
so lonely
I don't
anymore.
know,
She'll
no.
feel
This
happy
shit looks
again.
like fucking Fallout,
That is a vain
76
hope,
out there.
and you of all people should know it.
But there must be something we could do.
There is one thing. Kill me.
He really wants to die, you know?
Not this again.
The heart of chaos beats in my chest. A manifestation of XIII. Should this heart stop beating, the goddess will die once again.
So this is actually a major plot point about Caius and whether or not killing him is a bad thing. Or a good thing, really.
To warp the timeline and destroy the past.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care how many times you ask. I'm not killing you.
If you cannot, you must die instead.
So you get a solo battle with him. And remember correctly, if you restart the battle, you end up getting to the menu. Just like with certain segments, certain boss battles in 13. And you have Saboteur and such unlocked. This fight gets interesting. He's actually really weak. If you have Paradox on, he becomes a much harder fight. It requires a fully, honestly, you want all roles and how you develop. Also, he does that shit again. So it's just like dealing with him in Sarah. Only this time you don't have monsters and you don't have the ability to stop his healing. Unless you have a really developed Saboteur for some reason. And notice he's got very low hit points. Now, once his regen wears off, it actually has a much shorter duration here than any other Caius fight. There we go. Fuck me, his guardian angel. Oh, we got a drop. Nice. I don't think you can get that normally. Could be wrong, though.
It's as I feared. You are too weak.
I don't understand you, Caius.
So this is interesting because you win, but you're still considered too weak.
That will make Yule happy.
Yet, if you had the Paradox go by and beat the scope version, Paradox ending.
Where are you going? You're going to leave us just like that?
I shall go to Valhalla. I will.
So yeah, this is basically taking place before the start of the game. Hence, why we see why he decides to go to Valhalla.
That's how Caius came to abandon us and made Yule and I the last two humans left in the world.
And honestly, I don't know who Noel's narrating this to. Like, is he supposed to be narrating to himself? To Sarah? Is it like a Titus thing where he's just narrating to somebody who might find the spear later on or something? It's never really explained who Sarah and Noel are narrating to during this segment. At least during previous story cutscenes, you could get the idea they were narrating the lightning. But it's something that's never been explained. Who are they narrating to? And Oracle Drive.
Not long after Caius left us. It came so soon, in fact.
And now we see where she's been interacting with the Oracle Drive in the mythology fragments. And she killed over.
No. It's strange. I knew all along this day was coming. But I'm still not ready to say goodbye.
See, it's shit like this during this entire game that makes you think maybe Caius wasn't such a bad guy, you know? Because this in 12 were yeah, I talked about this before, I'm pretty sure, so to say again what my take on this is, 12 with Vayne started, is where Square really started going all in on the, maybe the villain's got a point. Most people will point to
when Yule died,
Emmett Silk in 14 as one of the biggest examples of this. Honestly, he is. He is one of the biggest examples of maybe the villain had some good points when it comes to Final Fantasy. But Caius and Vayne Solidor before him, they were also pretty big signs of this too. Caius here is tired of seeing someone he loves as a presumably like a daughter.
I couldn't forgive him for that.
I don't know what kind of love it's supposed to be. I don't know if it's like a friend love or a daughter love. I think it's kind of a mixture between both. But it's definitely a sort of it's definitely a sense of love. I just don't know if it's like a friend or like a daughter. And if you see how Caius acts during the game towards Yule, and what his motivation is, you could easily see he was meant to be a very in your face about the villain having a point.
Then I'd have the power I would need.
And Vayne was also at a point too, because he was trying to free the world from Ikurian control, because the Ikuria were incredible assholes.
The home of the goddess.
But yeah, this is when this and Vayne are when they really start going all in on that. And a lot of modern fans of the series will point at Emmett Silk as being the biggest example of this, and they're not technically wrong.
As I searched for Valhalla, I realized something. If it brought Yule the happiness she deserved, I didn't care what happened to me. If I died, so be it.
Also, something that I've always wondered is when Yule reincarnates, does she reincarnate as a child? Right, as an infant? Or does she reincarnate as her young child self? I think it's implied that she goes to an infant stage, then she gets raised up until she dies again as a young girl.
No matter how long I waited.
Ooh, I see loot.
The goddess didn't open.
And back to what I was saying earlier about Caius. If you look at how he has a relationship with Yule, if you view it as a father-daughter, father figure and daughter, oh, okay, you don't need to get Chocolina phased in.
You there? I don't know how I am. I really need your help to get out of this bind.
Nothing really decent for us to get right now. Chain bonuses. And if I remember correctly, you can't upgrade weapons. But I could be wrong on that. Anyway, back to what I was saying. If you look at Caius' relationship with Yule's father figure and daughter, then you can see a lot of parallels between him and Dankred and Renjet with Reen in the Shadowbringers MSQ. Like you can see how they possibly drew upon how Caius interacted with Yule and how he was tired of her dying and reincarnating, which was a similar plot thread of Reen. that she would constantly, sacrifice herself because of her Oracle light powers. Oh yeah, spoilers by the way for 14. So yeah, sorry. But if you look at the relationship between Dankrid, Ranjit, and how they interacted with Reen, what their relationship between her was, between them and her, you can easily see parallels with Caius and Yule.
The hand of death reach out for me. I knew it was coming, and I didn't resist.
So this is interesting because I think it's implied he didn't commit suicide, but he went out like D&D elves do. So he asked to die and to be accepted into Valhalla, or he just gave up.
You've been living in a dream, Noel. You're happy here.
Because at the start of the game, we were in control of lightning, and then he just pops in.
I've come to take you away from it.
So it's never. I don't think it's ever actually shown how he actually originally got to Valhalla.
Have to end sometime.
Because I think this is the process, but we interrupted it.
From mine.
So this ass clown is back from the first episode.
We have the same hope, the same road to travel. We will change the future.
Notice he's back to no info. We're gonna save that. And compared to how he was in episode 1, he's pretty much a joke now, Gargamog. And it's the complete Gargamog versus the original one being half inside a void. And notice he debuffs himself. Yeah, his hit points are not nothing to really, write home about, because previous bosses to this point had more. Like, I think Proto-Falciatus had twice that much. Also, he could put those debuffs on us and it sucks. Got to do this. Oh, yeah, check him out. That mouse kind of cool, though. Holy shit, that damage! I'm not gonna waste a deeper scope, I kind of want to see what he's got. Ah. So, devastating physical, powerful magic. There we go, nice. And he gave up crystal gen points. Interesting. I don't remember him doing that, but then again, he did drop regular monster materials.
It's time to change the future.
I can't.
What?
Listen to me, Sarah. The dream I've been having reminded me of something. The power to see the future, it's a curse.
But...
Yule died when she was only 15. Seeing the timeline exacts a terrible toll on the body. And Sarah, you can see the timeline.
Also, for a 15-year-old, she's really tiny, isn't she?
I'm about to die?
Like, that's the kind of height. If she's 15 at that kind of height, you think she's just smoking or something? You know, the whole stunted growth thing. Like, damn.
If we alter
It's
the
hard to
past,
believe she's 15, because if you look at her, you think she's more like 8 or 12 at
can't
most.
avoid that vision.
Because she's very short
The
for
more you change
what
the
you expect of
timeline,
a 15-year-old
the more
human.
history changes, and the more you see, the sooner the vision.
Like, if you look at Noel, he's probably closer to what you would expect of your average 15-year-old in height.
To protect you, but
Because,
try
you know, at that age, you should be a little bit taller than that.
it's like
Unless you're a few growth spurts away from becoming a goddamn NBA player.
If only I'd known the truth earlier.
I wonder, does Caius know about this?
I think so. He must have known it long before we saw him that first time.
It wasn't coincidence that we kept meeting him. I think maybe he was trying to throw us off the trail. If he was wasting his time. If we hurry, we just might do it in time. Then I wouldn't have to have any more visions. I'm going to believe that I get to Valhalla. What else can I do? Which means this conversation is now over.
Okay. I'm going to make sure you get there.
Also, check out, we got enough to complete a level, I think. Let's see, I think, going by his XP total, yes, I think we did not lose that any XP that we got at Sarah. Alright, so let me look at the guide. Alright. Got it pulled up. Okay, so for level 10. Commando for all the big crystals, and it is Ravager and Medic. Okay. So 5 medic levels. Oh, actually, you take it to, yeah, you take it to level 5. Right, level 35, sorry. And the rest are filled by Commando and Ravager. Cool, Christian expansion. So, level 10. No, wait. Oh no, sorry. This is level 9. We got level 9. We got the other one on Sarah, didn't we? So level 9, we get med bonus boost. No, okay, we don't have comm bonus boost too. Okay, Commando. And for this level, we get one. Let's see, one Commando. $13 Sentinel. It's you know, and we put the big orbs on synergists for this one. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Yeah, take this level 16. And the rest is level synergist. Oh, we don't have enough. Alright, so where do we leave off with her? Alright, so for 10th level, we start working on Sentinels here, filler. Sarah, so for Ravager. Right. Take Ravager to level 62 via this. Yeah. Okay, you take it to level 21, right? And the other big crystals go to Saboteur. Alright. There we go. Maxed out it. Yeah, yep. See, I did it go so he did get the same one she did.
Must be a hint somewhere. Let's go back to where you were before.
You notice these guys are a little bit tougher than the usual stuff. Yeah, you got pretty decent hit points. Okay, let's take a look at that. What did we just pick up? Okay, promises. Okay, so that's how you rewind time in Academia 4X. Ah, damn Chocobo anywhere nearby.
Chocobokalina!
Notice how much happier she is.
Love you! And find that
And your nose Mach is still invisible. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore these enemies and try to get back there as best as we can. Okay, we're a very long way away.
Sarah, I gotta thank you for not forgetting about me. You're the reason we've made it this far.
Come on, Noel. You're not just the future boy anymore. You're a part of my time period as well now.
And also, obviously, I was wrong. We do get combat inside the city, don't we?
Look!
Bitchin'.
Yule saw the future that Noel fights to protect. She believed that someday they would see each other once more.
You don't have to cry. We will meet again.
Yule. I promise I'll never say I regret knowing you. Not anymore. I'm not going to rest until I find him again.
That's right.
Come on. Let's change the future.
The Oracle Drive.
Hey,
He's back!
I think he got scared and was hiding here all the time.
The spirit of Mog had been sealed up somewhere inside the void beyond. Although he could see everything we did, he couldn't make us see him. He said lightning came to rescue him, and that's how he got back to us. Then, Mog told us he had a message from my sister. It was the truth about Caius.
We need to talk, Kubo.
Okay, so this, provides more interesting, stuff about what's going on here. That lightning can still interfere, and she saved Mog and sent him back. Alright, so...
We need to talk, Kubo.
Wait, hold on, I wonder. I've never tried this. Okay, that's pretty cool. You can actually pull him away from there. That's awesome. I've never done that before.
Mog, tell us what you know.
Kubo. I know all about Caius, Kubo. The Farseer Guardians were given a mission. They had to protect the Cirrus. They were Lassie, Kubo.
The Guardians were servants of the Fal'Cie. Can that really be true? Does that mean Caius is a Lassie?
Not anymore, Kubo.
And that's also an interesting twist. That he's been able to see all the entire time. Well, it was kind of implied with the fact that he had part of Etro inside him.
And the goddess intervened to free us.
Whoa. But Caius became immortal too. He's lived for centuries and centuries at the side of the Cirrus. He protects her always, the undying guardian, Kubo.
He's heard every prophecy that the Cirrus has seen. He knows the entire timeline. Those memories and his immortality give him tremendous power. Someone like him could easily move through history and bend and mold events as he wants.
Kubo.
So, he's been plotting for centuries.
Basically, he's pulling a Magus. If you remember in Chrono Trigger, Magus was able to pull this shit too, but he got sent into the past rather than, came there willingly. Rather than living. I guess Caius is more like he went there, came up through the centuries normally rather than time traveled, whereas Magus straight up time traveled.
So I guess this is how dreams end.
No. This is just the beginning. I've traveled the world of dreams, and at last I know the truth. It doesn't matter how tough the going gets now. I know I can face any challenge. I found it, Lightning. Hope. In the midst of despair.
Really now, have you? I don't like that that silence. Where the hell? Oh, right. So this is where we start seeing the in-game start. It's when we return to New Bodom.
It looks a lot like my era.
And we got the urban music, which means we have hit the sequel to the reverse Disneyland. This is the new most depressing place in the world. And we can't access the menu yet, apparently. Where's the way down? Oh, a very specific spot, unfortunately. And we're forced to walk. For some damn reason.
This is your village, but the time period. This is far in the future, after mankind is gone.
Alright, it's a live trigger, so you can't skip it. Oh, look at this.
Come on, Mom.
Yeah, well, we can't activate that yet. Oh, let's just dodge this. Hey, don't...
What's that? I wonder if it leads somewhere.
Oh, I hope we don't have anomalies. Please obey a clock. Ah. Lightning! And for a change, it's the actual one.
This is a future that I could not save.
Is that really you, Lightning?
Do you doubt me?
Again, why is she calling her Lightning instead of Claire?
You're growing up.
I knew it. It is you, isn't it? I've been looking everywhere for you. Where have you been? What was that dream you made me see? Why did you make me come out here?
Just listen, Sarah. I'll explain everything. Everything that's happened to me in the past, and about the one who wants to destroy the future.
And unfortunately, she does not want to do much of it on screen, huh?
Cocoon was saved by Fang and Vanille's sacrifice. We awoke from our crystal sleep, and our brands were gone. It was Etro's blessing that was our salvation. A gate opened into the unseen realm, and through it, the goddess gifted us with her mercy.
Know what that is, Dodge? That's our home, Cocoon. Must be your first time seeing it from the outside, huh?
Yeah. Daddy!
It reminded me of you, and why I had to go on.
I felt a whirlwind of emotions.
You're the reason I'm standing here
A
right
large part of it was happiness, and relief was there too.
now. I mean, hey, if I don't...
But somewhere inside, I still felt uneasy. Vanille and Fang were gone, and the world hung in silence. Our fight had just ended, but I couldn't relax. A new battle was about to begin. What is that?
See, this is what I was talking about at the start with Etro retconning the end of 13.
Watch out! The events of that day tore open a portal to another world.
Get off me!
And from the depths of the rift appeared a darkness that had no place in our world. An irresistible force that dragged me away to the edge of time.
Liara has seen some shit by now.
The screams of the dying had unlocked a gate.
Yeah, I'm not done with Liara jokes.
That led directly to the throne of the goddess. Etro waited beyond the gate and sent her miracles to the human world. But a creeping darkness slipped through and threatened to devour our reality. Etro closed the gate and warped the timeline. Time's flow was altered, and existence itself was distorted. I was lost. The darkness caught me in its embrace and wrote me out of history.
Damn.
Where am I? Valhalla. Beyond time. Beyond life and death. A netherworld of shifting gloom. The chaotic realm of the goddess Etro. What power had brought me to this alien shore? From Valhalla's heart, I could track the entire span of time. I gazed upon the future of mankind and sensed Etro's divine will.
Creative censor there, Square. I do kind of wonder why they felt the need to include that in there, like...
The goddess was
that's some
fading
Sailor
away.
Moon shit.
If her spirit should cease to be, the world would descend into
And you know, this
entropy.
does imply
I made
that
my
they actually
choice.
went through the effort of making a semi-naked model for this cutscene. That's honestly kind of unusual
This
to
man,
think of, you know?
Caius Ballad,
You know, like
seeks to
developing the
destroy
cutscene, like,
all
oh, we need a
bring an end to the future.
semi-naked model, by the way.
Though the
Can,
battle
can
might
some of
be
you do?
endless,
Some of you do it?
I will never
No.
give up.
Yes. No. What? All right.
Etro
Good.
has
Get it
chosen
going.
us,
Like,
her champions.
just seems
and
weird,
we
you know?
cannot fail.
It all started with Valhalla, is that right? Whatever came from there created the paradoxes, caused the gates to appear, and twisted the timeline.
Lightning, what did you see?
I don't know. It was an enormous power, something that shouldn't exist in this world. Only Etro can control the power.
Feels an awful, a little bit Lavos in
If she
where the hell
disappeared,
the
there would be nothing
boss
to
of
stop
Chrono Cross was. What was
And
it?
that's what
Time
Caius
Devourer?
wants.
Shit, I don't actually remember.
He plans to find Etro sleeping in her temple, kill her, and release the power. The
After this
chaos
cutscene ends, I'm
unleashed
gonna go
into
take a
the
look. 'Cause I don't
world
actually remember what the
humans
hell the
into
big
our
boss
world.
of Cross
the
was. You know,
unseen
Chrono
gate.
Cross was. I think it was called Time Devourer. Because I know the Dream Devourer was supposed to be a
Her soul
prelude to
flies
that.
to the other world and passes through that portal. If a great many people die at once, the gate must open wide to let them through.
For example, if Cocoon should fall.
Exactly, it would be unstoppable. The power of chaos would gush through the gate like floodwater through a broken dam.
What would happen to the world then?
Chaos would infect everything. It would become pure entropy, without life, or death, or time.
No life or death. You mean like Valhalla? That's what Caius is after! If he can bring down Cocoon, millions of people would die, and the power of chaos would turn this world into another Valhalla.
Yes. Caius
And
is
the
trying to
dead.
create a world where time does not exist.
Nobody dies, but nobody lives. Everything's frozen in stillness. Shit, he's going full Mordekaiser in here.
All the Seeresses down through the ages. They'd be released from
Hell,
the
depending on whether or not you consider Sif unliving, you know, an undead, shit, he is going full Morty.
In Valhalla's image, all for the sake of Yule.
That's why you were fighting Caius in Valhalla. You're protecting Etro.
We have to face Caius on two fronts, in Valhalla and in the world of
Read
humans.
chat, yes, he is making Brazil.
Be able to change the future. I can't do it on my own. I need your help.
Lightning then told us what would happen to Cocoon. In 500 AF, the old Cocoon would collapse and fall into pulse, the crystal pillar no longer strong enough to support it. By that time, Hope and the Academy would have completed the new Cocoon, but when they attempted to launch it, Caius would intervene. He would smash it into the old Cocoon and bring them both down. So we have to travel to 500 AF and stop Caius from destroying Cocoon.
If we can change this prophecy, then the true timeline will finally be restored.
Yes.
So, this whole segment really does bring up the question of how often Lightning can leave Valhalla.
Can you do it?
Because obviously she's right here, and it's the real Lightning. And it's said over and over that she can't leave Valhalla. So how did she manage to leave Valhalla?
Your good luck charm will show.
There may actually just be like a time period that she can leave, or rather, an amount of time that she can leave before she has to return.
Hey, Lightning. We'll be able to be together again, right? When all this is over?
One thing at a time, Sarah.
And it may not actually be the real Lightning in the sense that Lightning is still in Valhalla, but what they've been interacting with is an avatar Lightning. So it's the real Lightning, but at the same time, it's not actually Lightning. It's her. It's like more like a projection.
So I swallowed the words I wanted to say and hid my fear. It was the hardest thing I ever did.
Now there's something older. We should go get that. Not sure what the hell it is. Oh, so we get the improved Moogle hunt as part of the story. I was thinking it was something you had to get from the mystic in Serendipity. Well, that's your fine, buddy.
Come on, Mog. Hey, look. Lightning has left us the last artifact we need.
Go get it, Mog. I think there's something over there. I can't tell. It looks like a Chocolina shop.
Lightning can't remain beyond the boundaries of Valhalla for long.
Yeah, see?
Still, finally able to talk.
Mog tells you she can't leave for long, so she can leave, but it's not a very long thing. And notice we got... Oh, come on. Notice we got the Final Fantasy 13 battle music. This is actually something that repeats... well, as soon as we can get... it'd be nice if we could get our control back. There we go. Alright. So this is actually something that comes up in Lightning Returns, where different areas have different battle music. It's a mixture of 13, 13-2, and Lightning Returns for that.
Let's go keep Hope's new cocoon in one piece. If we pull it off...
Alright, yeah, okay, so you do have to face Chocolina back in, but it's only at certain spots.
I don't know how I
And she just repeats what she says earlier in certain areas that are not that are out of phase, I guess. Gotcha. Can we get more? Okay, we can't get more unicorn horns. That was actually really useful in Gargamon fight.
love you.
Oh, Kupo, Kumagabo.
You are shitting me. They just jump us right away, huh? There's also a really good spot to farm high-end upgrades. Oh, I think this is required for something else later. Where I want a side quest.
What's this? A message?
Extra
Greetings,
XP.
Sarah in the future. Can you hear me? I'm sending you the access
Oh,
code for the supplies
okay. I remember correctly. This is actually one of the things we saw of Academia 400X, where we couldn't actually do because the Muko Hunt was upgraded.
Good old Hope.
I guess the future.
Let's see. Yep, there's this one I was thinking of over here. The encounter right here is kind of fucked.
Come on, Mom.
Yep. Nice. Come on, pull up the map. So we largely got the place to explore. We just need to go over here. That whole chunk of bridge is 13%. What? Yeah, 17%. It's kind of crazy. So let's look at the key item for this. Final, it's the last of the goddess of strength.
I guess this is it, huh?
We've been given a second chance by the goddess herself.
We're going to save the cocoon that Hope built.
Yep. And save the future, too. Hey, Caius. You told us you wanted to save Yule by destroying the world. That if you could take away our future, Yule wouldn't have to see any more prophecies and she wouldn't have to die.
I mean, it's kind of weird logic, but it's technically not right. You're not wrong.
Yule never wanted the world destroyed. She never gave in to despair. In the end, when she died, she was smiling. She saw a future.
So this is kind of a counterpoint to the idea that Caius had a good point. It's
Caius
that Yule never outright said, destroy the goddamn world. I'm tired of dying. She always accepted her fate. She knew that she would die young and all that, so she never complained. So this is actually a huge counterpoint towards him having a good point.
Time and memory, frozen in crystal, in the desolate future.
Okay, let's see.
Time and memory, frozen in crystal. Noel's soul
And here,
is
here is
living
what
at
we
the
see.
end of days. Sarah wanders.
And you can go back to Dying World or New Bodom for side stuff. I think we look at New Bodom again. Yeah, there's actually more fragments to find there. So I'm gonna pause this and we'll go AFK a moment, then we'll continue on in a moment. Alright, we are back. First off, let's make a save. Where is... So Academia 500 AF is the final dungeon of the game. Now we're here, we're actually going to exit out. We're going to reload the clear game save because while I'm pretty sure the party as we've gotten through it so far can handle the final segment because it's very well developed for this point in the game. I'd rather just get through this as fast as possible.
Final Fantasy.
So we're gonna skip this because it actually shows part of the cutscenes for. There we go. You actually, if you let play at this point at the clear game save, it's gonna show part of the, the cutscenes from 500 AF. Now where is it? So, yeah, it's one of the paradox endings. If I remember correctly, this is the DLC episodes for 13-2 actually provide more than just extra story. This is why. Because it allows you to get saws and lightning as playable parts of the party. And lightning is actually really fucking strong as a commando. There's two different lightnings. One is one you get for fighting in the Colosseum, and the other is for completing the Lightning DLC episode. And we probably will be going through that as part of the as a bonus, bonus session to this, because it's actually really fun once you understand how to play it. And as you see, she is fucking absurd. Like, I don't think I actually, I think this is all stuff she starts with, okay? I don't remember infusing anything on her, but then again, it's been a few years, so she's actually really, really strong. And also, yeah, and Sauce is also pretty damn strong. Okay, I think I vaguely remember now. If the monster has a red lock ability, it starts with that. So I fused Auto Bravery and attack ATB charge at some point. I don't remember which ones did that. Now, Sauce is also really strong too. You get him for clearing his scenario. And he, you cannot change a monster's role, so he is always a synergist. And I don't remember what the Navidon is, but I probably took it because it's one of the best Sentinels. And so if you don't use the Silver Chocobo, then it probably is the best one. Silver Chocobo is really strong too. Hey, can we see what his okay, done. Oh, his Feral Link. So he gets his. He actually gets his ultimate from 13. Notice he's got flame proof. I think that's actually a nod to him having Brynhilder as his Eidolon. And Strong is really put under, really downplaying how strong Lightning actually is as a commando here. Let's see. Do I? I should have. I should have her Ravager form here. The one you fight in the Coliseum is a Ravager Lightning. And okay, I guess you have to keep you have to keep winning the fights over and over until it drops. So yeah, okay. This is what I was talking about in the previous session, the Vile Peaks bonus. Okay, yeah. So once you got him leveled up and infused with some things, he's actually incredibly strong. But notice he's level 58 and he's still got pretty low stats. Where was it? Hold on. Let me pull him back up. Yeah, late bloomers are very hard to level, but when you level them, they are absurd. They are very much a late game character. Now here we got a Chichu, which is something you go. I can't remember. I think it's a Yasha's Massive, where you got to keep. So I think it's Yasha's Massive, one of them, where you go over to an area, keep throwing Mog into a bunch of flowers until you get them. Okay, so this is something interesting. Chichu is actually a very popular one for in-game spawn cheesing, because once you have a Chichu leveled up to max with certain infused abilities, he becomes a little tiny god of fucking death. I never did Chichu strats because I never really had any interest in it, since I could you mimic something similar with the other characters. Obviously Lightning is pretty fucking strong, and I think Chichu was designed before the DLC episodes came out. So people were basing these super try-hard builds on Chichu, who was in the base game, versus the others who were DLC. But Chichu is an unholy god of death when built correctly. He's a commando, so he fits into a lot of paradigms. So it's either Chichu or Twilight Odin, whichever you liked more, pretty much. Chichu had a bit of advantage. And this is what I was talking about. This is the Paradox weapon. It feeds on fragment energy, which means the more fragments you get, the better it gets over time. And we have ribbon and durable. I can't really remember what the hell it's doing, so. So this is something interesting. Perpetual poison. It reduces your max hit points, but gives you 66% bonus damage. Plus 66% strength. Now I don't remember where I got that from actually. Apparently I got two of these, huh? And this is the opposite to the Sergeant's badge, or rather, this is the Resistance one. Increases your magic resistance pretty hard. I have a bunch of these. What? Where am I should look up where these are coming from, because I'll let you know. Anyway, so let's put on some stuff to just crank up their strength. Oh yeah, I should probably put that on. Wait, do we have? Yeah, we do. Give her the magic version of that. Sadly, since the capacity is 100, we can't. We probably shouldn't take that away from him. Let's see. And we can, in fact, rewind time because we have all the keys. Let's bring up the. Yeah. Yep, rewind. Okay, remember correctly, that's only if after clearing Saz's scenario. Yep, and you get the final battle gate seal after that one. Okay, yeah. So let's go over here real quick. Look at Valhalla. Now, if I remember correctly, this is...
Time flows in circles until all possibilities have been tested.
So, if you remember correctly, this is the DLC scenario.
Time and memory frozen in crystal after falling to Caius and Valhalla's...
Yeah, and that's the one you get from the beginning of the game. And this is what it looks like when you have a fully cleared out map and everything. You have a lot of, you have 110, 100 AF. Wherever, okay, so wherever 400 AF is where you go to, it's got one of the best XP and gold farming opportunities if you fight a super spawn on normal. And honestly, you might as well, that may be another one I'll consider as a bonus, session. Because he's actually kind of hard if you don't fight him without using easy mode. With a fully developed party, it should be a normal difficulty, but yeah. I never got all the fragments from there. Okay. I was sure the save actually had everything except... Oh, I think that this is actually an achievement save that has everything except for two achievements. And see, I took a lot of time in it. Anyway, where is Academia? So we are going to finish this out. There it is. Actually, hold on. Well, I'm checking that gate because I don't actually remember what locks, what's connected to it. I think it just takes us back to Valhalla, right? Let's see. Yeah. So year unknown. Oh crap! I did not mean to rewind that.
Time flows in circles.
Now, okay, so this is the one you get from clearing the game. Let's see. Yeah, this is the DLC area.
Time and memory frozen in...
Yep. Okay, so that's the size of the scenario. That's lightnings. Okay, so that's how you can tell if you get ever confused which is the right one to go to. You basically turn it back to the grid. And it'll show you, because the DLC scenarios are always on the left-hand side of the map. Anyway, let's finally continue on.
The time foretold in the prophecies is here at last. It is 500 AF.
And I hope this is not a cloud save one. If it is, I'm going to be furious. And I gotta say, I really did like how they did the little titles for each episode start. Now, if I remember correctly, they did not repeat this for Lightning Returns.
You think they've already been evacuated?
Yeah, everyone must be in the Ark. Wait, I'll bet that's Caius's target.
Exactly.
You think?
This must be the moment that Hope launches his new cocoon, right?
So basically, we see the end of the world in 700 AF, and then we see this. Let's see. Okay, I'm checking paradigms again. Oh, that's not what I want. Yeah. Okay, so we have it set to... Let's see. Okay, we have normal and a couple one at wide, and 1 and 2 across. Okay, good. So let's look at his. That's not it. Yeah. That's not what I wanted. Ah, damn it. Okay. Just trying to check what's got. Come on, let me see. And as you can see, some of the late game nodes require hefty investment. So that's why you want to run around doing stuff like farming in the super spawn in Oreba with Don Townberry. But I didn't see if we had him on this save. Oh. May have to look at. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So he gets to protect too. Okay, good, good. She is the better, saboteur. He's better at commando and sentinel, but she's better at, well, I think they're about even on synergists and, wait, no, you get what I'm saying. She's better Ravager, he's better commando and sentinel, and they're kind of even on the others, with some advantages. And apparently falling off doesn't actually do anything. But you gotta be careful about that. Oh, and something to note about one of the... But there's a spawn in this area that's extremely rare. And if you don't... If it doesn't... There's some... I can't remember the specifics, but basically, for it to respawn, you have to rewind time here. If you kill it, it does not respawn ever until you rewind the gate. It's bizarre. Anyway, since we got the map, fully completed for this area, it stays there even if you rewind time. So we don't have to dick around. We can see where we're going clearly. So these things work like the Cactuar statues over in the steppe.
If that's the case, you should spend an absurd amount of gil. Come on, lighten up and...
Chocolina, man, I'm telling you. End of the world, she still wants money. Capitalist. Now, these are, if I remember correctly, these are actually the ultimate weapons, but they get eclipsed by a maxed out, the maxed out paradox weapons. So they're also very pricey. So you might be better off going for the trying to upgrade the paradox weapons by collecting fragments.
It doesn't matter whether you win or lose.
Oh, camera's messed up. I'm going to have to adjust it again. I'm used to the camera from the other one, so where is it? Oh, it's just bad difficult normal. Since this is a maxed out party, it's not actually going to matter much. Wait. Oh, wait. Motherfucker, I didn't know I could change. I forgot I could change that. If I'd known that, rotating minimap helps a lot in some games. There we go, much better. Oh crap. I did not remember we could actually change the minimap. Well, we've gone this long without doing this, so we might as well switch it back. So yeah, apparently I'm a fucking liar. We can change the minimap.
I'll be quick. Now. Good work.
So much for these monsters, huh?
Here.
Let's see, there's something I was gonna check, but I forgot now. basically we've got to wait for these platforms to to rotate around. There it is. Oh yeah, now I remember. Okay, so fragment skills. Some of these are ones you get from. You can only get. Yeah. We should probably turn that off. I don't think there's paradox scope in 500 AF, but I'm turning it off just to be safe. And we don't really need these, so turn it off. And some of these are really nice. And I think that's one you can't get until post game. Ah, missed it. So now that's it. Her Legion of One is interesting because in the Mercury actually manifests as a dress ability for her 13-2 attire in Lightning Returns, and her ultimate ability overall Lightning Returns is Army of One. So it gets changed, and I believe it does reappear as a separate ability. So that can happen if you're not fast enough. Thanks to the anti-grav, well, we avoided getting the reset. And I think actually with the anti-grav jump, you can do some really cheeky shit. So we need to wait for it to rotate back over so we can actually jump onto it. And it glows when it's about to go do that.
No, stop. You must not go this way. The goddess cannot be killed.
We're gonna kill that goddess, whether you like it or not, baby.
Inside my head.
Yeah,
So
I did
step
too.
off.
She said something about not killing the goddess, right?
What did she mean?
He desires the destruction of all order.
We should already have this, yeah. Platinum ingots. So both of these assholes will revive the partner if you don't kill them quickly enough. Or more alternatively, you have to get one down to, I think, 10,000 hit points, and then quickly kill the kill the other. That way you don't have to deal with the potential of them pulling some shit.
The center cannot hold. I see it.
Oh, they're both okay. Cool. Well, let's tear them apart. Given we have a maxed out party and turbo roided up lightning, that the revive should not be a problem. See how a little damage you're actually doing to us too. Oh, that's not the one. That's what I wanted. So that split is to revive. Ah, no decent drops. Whack.
I can't hear Yule anymore. What about you, Noel?
Nothing. Not anymore. I wonder if it was Caius' doing. A trick to slow us down.
Look!
The hell kind of Rubik's Cube is that?
The blocks have changed position.
So this is actually critical to both reaching hidden areas on, rather areas with loops on the map as well as advancing. Let's see, where are we going? Oh, we're going the wrong way. Damn it! Didn't even realize that. I was wondering why we weren't getting closer. Remember correctly, those actually get activated towards the end of the area. May need to change it back. I think we can. Maybe we can jump over on the other side. Ah, look at that. I don't. Ooh, it's just which way is this one rotating? It's not rotating the way we need it to. So I think it's only going to rotate, between that one. Yeah. I think if we flip it again, it should go back the other way, right? I was only thinking of that one over there. Now, which way are you flipping? Yeah, this is it. So we're going to get over there now. Maybe I was wrong. It's definitely connecting now, though. Oh, I bet. Looks like. I bet you there's a cube over there. I just can't see it from here. Yep, see, there's a cube. You see it. Oh, we can skip the little cutscene. Nice. Yeah, once you've seen one, there's no point in watching the rest. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just ignore these guys. Oh, so that's what I was talking about with cheeky moves to the anti-grav. You know, if you angled it right, could have just gotten past that. So yeah, I kind of screwed that one up, but yeah, we see what we need to do. We need to get over to the cube. We need to rotate over here, though. I don't know if we need to go manipulate the cube again. Oh, yeah, we got to because it's red technically still. Okay. Oh, damn it. No, no, no. Ah. Come on. So it maintains the position of the last one you flipped, which can be a huge problem if you had to go all the way back. Once you have the anti-grav, you can do stuff like that. Buy you a little bit more time. Really? Those little shits are actually hard to evade. I remember now. They're tiny versions of Vikings and, you know, Orions and such, but they're obnoxious. Fuck. And Lightning's just shit kicking them. So that's cool.
Promise me you'll keep going.
They give out 500 XP, which is the most you can get from a single encounter. Remember, it's not a boss or anything.
Here! It's over.
So Lightning is just chewing these damn things up.
Promise me you'll keep going.
Have we maxed her out? Let me look. Yeah, she has. So it's kind of funny that she's got 13 as her max because that is, you know, the arc number and everything. And also, something you know about DLC monsters is they have a generic crystarium, which is only, you know, the Mog clock. Oh wait, Sauce can keep going? Well, now. We don't have enough anyway. You know, other monsters will have crystariums mimicking their silhouettes. Now, I'm pretty sure I talked about this at the start. Go away, you little shits. These yellow men are very hard to run away from. Anyway, let's go back and get... Let's kill it so we can get a little bit of clear space. Also, since we're playing on normal, we have wound damage again.
The future is bright.
Not even surprised. Let's see. It should rotate towards us now. Let's see here. I don't think we need to go over to these because we're not going for this. We should be able to go straight to the left. You know, we just follow the arrow, we should be able to get straight up there. Anytime now you want to rotate. Alright, this should be rotating anytime soon. I don't think it's going to rotate. I don't need to see this every damn time. Maybe we did need to go through this way, I don't know. Seems awfully strange. That's not letting us, you know, we should be able to, flip that cube and go through. But it could be the cactuar was actually the right idea. Oh, wide thing again. Now you have to flip the cube, then go back over there when it's red. Then it should be, facing the. Let's see. Yeah. See, now it's red. Rotates the stairs towards us. Oh, damn it. She can't jump up high enough even with anti-grav. That's kind of dumb. And it puts us all the way back here. Couldn't be saying, could it? I think now I remember that was actually something I really fucking hated about this section. That you need to reach the red cactuar for those damn statues to be any fucking use. And that's like really fucking stupid design. Those damn things were meant to get you back up there to a spot you fall off from, but they don't actually work until you reach the end. Like, what the hell is the point? And we'll just wait for the damn thing to go back, rotate back over. Oh, now you want to... Now it wants to work. Okay, I think I actually may have been wrong about those. I think only the latest one works, and that first one never works because it's already a return spot. Yeah, see, look at that. Now the return spot is moved. Ugh, God. So that rent was for nothing, apparently. Come on, rotate. Barely made it. Wow. Activate the statue. Or we could, if you know, didn't keep trying to throw us in the battle every 2 seconds. Like, we're level 99. We don't need these fights. It's more of a hassle to fight it out than it is to run away. Are you satisfied now, game? Let me go through in peace. Oh my God, seriously? Let's see, I think it's blue that rotates it towards... Yeah. And I don't need to see this cutscene every time. I don't know why the game insists on making you watch it every time. That was a big Sahagin. So, yeah, I don't know why it's insistent on making you fight at this point. Like, level 99 Hysterian points to me are, mean nothing. Alright, buddy, rotate. Oh, that's the one that it's gonna rotate, huh? Damn. Should've left it alone then. Oh, shit. I thought I was going to go over to the cube. I got ahead of myself. We're almost there, though, I think. And, you know, at least we can get past these goddamn irritating ass yeomen. We just have to spawn.
Damn you!
Get him! No one gets in our way.
Damn right. Okay, I think I get it. We had to make a loop around the cat to get over down there and pop the cube. I think we're supposed to use a anti-grav, or at least anti-grav makes this easier. So, yeah, I gotta wonder what the hell happened to make this area a fucked up Tetris puzzle. God damn! Another forced battle. They got to die quick.
Get him! Now!
Again, we do not need to see these damn cutscenes every single time. Now, which way is this thing gonna rotate? Okay, so that will go over to the treasure chest. And that one should take us back over there. Aha! Oh! Oh my god. How did that jump fail? Well, we can at least do the anti-grav cheese from here. That pose, man, it's that supersonic, confident pose. All the way back from Supersonic 2. Anyway, let's see, where's the next Cactuar statue? Oh, no, oh, okay, wow. Good thing we didn't activate the other one. Wait, why is this not rotating yet? Shouldn't it have rotated? Oh, hell. It's not going to rotate properly, is it? We got to flip this switch again. Oh, that's why I do not like this area. As far as Final Dungeons go, this is one of the more annoyingly designed ones. It's got an interesting concept. It's just implemented shittily, which is something you hear a lot about Final Fantasy. That they come up with cool ideas, but they fucking suck at implementing them in a way that's not obnoxious and annoying and just irritating for the player. Because at times it does feel like a lot of things in a Final Fantasy game are just there to piss the player off. Like, look at wound magic, introduced in this game. It's just mostly there just to piss you off. I think this thing actually rotates differently if you're coming from that direction rather than 4. Now, I think it's going to rotate again, so let's wait. Yep. Would not have been able to get over there in time. Let's activate this, just in case this happens again. And again, why do we need to see these damn cutscenes? That's gonna keep annoying the living shit out of me, because there's no reason ever that you need to keep seeing these over and over and over every time you flip one of these cubes. Come on. Rotate towards me. Now over there. I command it. Data boy. Let's look at the full map. Okay. So we need to wait for it to rotate north. And that should be the last area. And we get jumped by these ugly sons of bitches. And yeah, even at 99, you can still get your shit wrecked, apparently. Largely because of that damn ambush. Oh, good thing it reset. Never mind. It's the respawn. This shit's the same problem as Augusta Tower. These guys shouldn't be... They're very weak, relatively speaking, so I don't know how they're... Yeah, look at this shit. It spawns right on top of you. So how are you supposed to deal with that shit? This is actually almost as bad. I don't know if this is worse than the Augusta Tower spawns or not. Yeah, look at that. They thought they were being cute by pulling that shit again. Okay, so I don't know how he was able to one-shot because I was kind of not paying attention. Maybe it was something with the cat. Also, real cute naming Schrodinger, by the way.
This should do it. Take this.
Finally.
No, you must not fight Caius.
No, do you hear that?
Your path leads only to evil and despair. It's not too late. You can still turn back.
Yule! What do you mean? What's going to happen?
A cruel fate, endlessly repeated with no hope of release. I cannot see any future.
You're wrong, Yule. I believe in hope.
But what if hope does not exist?
I can't turn back now. Not anymore. In my world, you no longer exist. A world without you is no world at all.
I do not have the power to stop you. The choice must be yours, and yours alone. Even if the future you choose is doomed.
Damn right you don't have the power to stop us. Now shut up and let us finish the game, Yule. Oh, it's already active. Okay. Now over here is the spawn area I was talking about.
Oh, hello. I've just been thinking about things. If the paradox gets resolved, doesn't that mean we won't be running into each other anymore? I guess I shouldn't be too sad. After all, I also got to help you out on your journey. Don't look at me like that. You're gonna make me cry. Smile. Chukabokolina.
That thing really good to hear about the, you know, we don't really need to buy anything. And Chocolina still is pretty funny. And I think that allows you to go all the way down there to activate that one. We're not doing that. We're just going down to this pad. Be damned, they actually spawned. It's like a very rare chance for them to spawn. Damn, we got no Libra skills, really? Crap, didn't mean to change, whatever. So, these guys are incredibly rare, and they drop, I don't actually know what they drop. It's the, Tameable that makes them rare to heart. It's supposed to be, like, extremely good monsters for base game, 13-2. But their drop rate's a bitch. I probably should have turned on the monster collector. They also get 700 XP, but yeah, it's... Anyway, those guys spawn one time, and if you don't get them, you have to rewind time and do this section all over again. And damn, good thing that thing's right there, huh? Alright.
Are they starting the launch already?
There ain't no launch siren, that's an air raid, baby!
Just ahead.
Yule, are you watching? I shall fulfill my promise. Your suffering will end.
And you know, the funny thing is, if Caius canonically, okay, the timeline, let me pause this. Okay, so if Caius canonically brought down Cocoon in 500 AF, which is when it falls normally, if he normally did that in the timeline before the events of the game, then 200 years later, Yule dies anyway. So he kind of fucked up. Wait, where the hell did he get these missiles from? Ah, he's got buddies. Now, why the fuck couldn't you show up sooner and kill all these damn monsters bothering the hell out of us instead of making us go through that? You lazy fuck.
Hang on up there, you kids. You're on the Zaz Express to the sky.
Take her up, Dad!
Now take note of, you know, the Chocobo chick being there even while in danger. There's a very good reason why. Also, this is actually the first time in this entire damn story you see Zaz, unless you knew he has a DLC episode, because normally he's in Serendipity. And I don't remember how the DLC episodes are unlocked in 13-2. I think you had to clear the game once, then you could do them.
Hey, Sarah. Don says he misses your classes. Friend of yours? We can catch up later. First, we've got a planet to save.
Yeah, we have a planet to get saved again.
Fight for the future.
Let's go, Caius. Want to see how well you've trained me?
Oh no, I don't know if I mentioned it or it's not Okay, I'm pretty sure it actually was brought up at some point in the story prior, but I don't remember if it was. Chaos Bahamut here is actually Caius. Like, he's able to do an incarnate summon, which allows him to turn into Chaos Bahamut. So, you know, no one wasn't speaking in particular. He's actually speaking strictly to Caius, who is turned into Bahamut here. Wait, didn't we just see it? Yeah. Shit, I'm kind of... I wasn't paying attention if we saw him transform or not, but generally speaking, yeah. Chaos Bahamut is Caius. Didn't we see him transform into Start 2? Oh shit, it was a while ago, so yeah. Kind of being dumb here if you haven't noticed. Ah, damn it. It's been so long since it does some of these, I didn't remember. Woo! Guilty protect and let lightning go nuts! Look how fast she dropped him. Boss, by the way. Unfortunately, we can't pull this kind of shit in Lightning Returns. When we get to Lightning Returns, I'll explain why. At least I'm pretty sure we can't pull this kind of shit.
You still don't know the truth, Sarah. You are the same as you. You can see the timeline. Even if you save your future, you will not survive to see it.
I know the truth, Caius. I know that every time I change things, I lose a part of my life. Don't you see? I don't care. I'm here to protect the future. And I will!
How very good. But you shall die.
And, you know, notice he's still got some decent hit points.
Fall into darkness. Winds of darkest night.
And we're playing on normal mode, so he's a bit of a bitch now. Ah, shit. Okay. That could have been cool, but I saw that coming. Let's see, this, what? Okay, wow, he's actually vulnerable to poison at this point? I don't remember that. Kinda hard to get, though.
This should do it.
God damn! Scrolling buff bar, fuck you, player! You see that? God damn! Now, remember correctly, in some of the Paradox ending battles, he gets that shit too, and it's actually tough. Damn! Straight in our face like that.
You fight bravely to protect your friends, like a true guardian.
What about you, Caius? You swore the same oath to protect you!
Everything I do is for you. Her spirit is bound by a curse. I will see her.
What curse?
How many Yules have you met on this journey? The jewel of the Farseers is reincarnated without end in every age. Think what that means. Her only purpose is to die over and over. Even though she can see the future, she's not allowed to escape her fate. She is born knowing that she will die before she has truly lived. Countless deaths without a life to give them meaning. No matter how great the sacrifice, they shall destroy time and fate itself. Then your spirit shall be free!
No! No! Come on!
Look at the sky! It's tearing apart!
And he ain't playing around. See, there it is, turning into Chaos Bahamut.
All units, move up!
We can catch him!
No, Hope, not you!
What about...
You have to protect Vanille and Fang!
You're right. I'll see you on the new cocoon. Don't be late.
Okay,
Count on it. This isn't goodbye.
yeah, we'll be there. And Lightning will be with us.
Take care.
Okay, kids, let's do this.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Don't worry, Dodge. They'll be back. Okay. And here we go.
And apparently we fell into Valhalla. So yeah, that's the thing.
This is Odin. Is Lightning trying to help us?
I think she sent us a present.
Nah, more like Odin says, get the fuck out of my place.
Not just me. She's helping you too, Noel.
Here in Valhalla, the chaos is my ally. Now let us decide the true mystery.
So we kind of had easy until now. It's kind of fun we have Lightning here as a monster format. It's actually one of my favorite tracks from the entire franchise, sub-series. Dun, 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 dun. Chomp. Now we get the actual second fight. His hit points are still reduced because of the wound. He no longer has access to his revive. Gonna make me happy.
What are you talking about?
See, this is actually a great point from Caius. Which Yule is he talking about?
The Yule who collected flowers. They all died. All of them. Before my eyes.
So again, like I was saying earlier, we come back to, did Caius have a good point or not?
Like that, she chose to live again, so she could be with you.
And, you know, him having to see Yule die over and over and reincarnate over and over, that had to have been built, had to have been used for the relationship of Ranjit and Reed. Like, that was one of the key things about the Mephilia of the First, is that she kept dying when she used her Oracle Light powers too much at once. Or at least remember right, she would die if she ever used the Oracle Light powers like that. And then bam! Reincarnated.
Of course not. You wanted to come back. Every time she died in your arms, she wanted to come back.
Mm-hmm.
She knew her next life would be short.
And I think, I'm pretty sure it's been said on screen, but every time, you know, the Oracle drive, rather than the Oracle, but the Eyes of Etror used, it actually shortened the next Yule's lifespan as well. I don't know if it had like a limit or not, but it would go to like, pretty much, you know, oh shit. Okay then. But basically, I think the 15-year-old Yule we see most for the entirety of the game, I think that's where it actually caps out. That she'll always end up dying around 15. That Yule originally lived a lot longer, and it's also something that's implied if you read the data logs back in 13 that had the entries about the theorists. That I think it was implied a lot of them actually made it to adulthood before it started really shortening their lives. Anyway, this should be the last cutscene before the final boss. Like, that was a final boss gauntlet, but we're now at the last one finally.
It's up to you to keep hope alive.
So this cutscene gets more interesting if you've completed the DLC scenario and gotten Lightning as a commando unlocked. Because not only does she run down there and save you, she comes back up and fights with you. And also the track playing in the previous battle was Heart of Chaos. This is Invisible Deaths. And it's also really one of my favorites. Okay, so I'm going to pause this before we do the fight. Because I want to talk about how this impacts the series. One, this is, let's see, this was made in 2013. Actually, let me check. I'm going to tab out real quick to check the release date on this. Alright, so the release date was 2011. Alright, so yeah. Okay, there's a reason why I want to check the release date. The reason why I wanted to check it is actually, hold on. Yeah, okay, it was 2012. It was 2011 for Japan, and 2012 for January 23rd. That's not 23rd, but 31st for North America, and February 2nd and 3rd for Australia and Europe. Now, the reason why I say this is because this is actually the first time in the franchise's history that Bahamut was a final boss. Now, the reason why this is actually true because Bahamut would not become a final boss in the 14 raids until Realm Reborn, which was a few years after this. You know, Realm Reborn, you know, Final Fantasy XIV came out in 2010 originally. Then 2.0 came out in 2013. So by 1 to 2 years, Bahamut was the final boss here before he was the final boss of the Bahamut raids. So this is actually the first time in the series history at this point where he becomes a final boss. And second, if you look at the design here, this is a Bahamut that has characteristics of Caius rather than Chaos Bahamut. Meaning 13-2 had a lot of firsts for the series. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, the way this battle works is you first got to take down the two side Bahamuts, then the first one, then the last one, Jet Bahamut, will come out. Jet Bahamut's the actual threat. God damn it. I like how he's got that one shot underneath his leg. Just lift his leg up just to fire underneath it. Lucian ain't got shit on that. I like how Bahamut, Jet Bahamut stays back and just says, "No, I'll let these two dipshits work it out." So Bahamut has 1 million hit points, and it seems low for a boss, a final boss, especially in the 13th series, because the one that a lot of bosses in Lightning Returns have upwards of 10 to 16 times this. But a lot of the difficulty with him is he keeps reviving his buddies. Kind of strange I don't have a Ravager set up here. Guess this is the closest one I got for that. Try Disaster. And once he's staggered, he's got poison. He can be poisoned and debuff. It's actually a key to getting a fast time is to get poison out on him. Okay, actually, hold on. Let me pause this. Now, if you're struggling with Jet Bahamut, what you want to do is debuff him and poison him. But if you have a maxed out party like this, then that's not really a concern. So, yeah, if you're struggling with him on your first clear, consider poisoning. Because you see he's vulnerable to it. Ah, shit. I'm really not used to Lightning's Feral Link. And if you just like 13, if you 5-star this, you get an achievement. And I believe it's actually extremely hard to get 5 stars without post-game development. Like, you have to do some significant investment in the post-game, like level up a lot of the classes, a lot of the rolls to 99, get some very strong ones in order to drop him that quickly, because you need a lot of investment. So
told me that Yule is reborn because of me. Then I have to die. We must free Yule. Kill me. You're the only one that can end this eternal torment.
Even if it were for Yule's sake, I wouldn't want to kill you.
Lightning is dead. I killed her with my own hands.
Not really. Obviously, he's lying because
Valhalla, time does not
lightning comes back and lightning returns. So yeah, we know by virtue of a third game he's full of shit.
Now she sleeps, never to wake. Things that shall happen in your future have already been decided in my own past.
And this is honestly another good point.
And how it ends.
Then you should know you can't provoke.
A lot of this is basically a huge time loop.
I'm not going to kill you.
That's right. You hate to kill anyone, don't you? Noel, born at the end of days. You understand the true value of life. But know this. You will kill me, Noel. The moment I cease to exist, you shall be released from her fate.
Okay, yeah, pause this. Okay, cool. So, here is something interesting. I think you can actually refuse to kill him, and, well, you'll see. Yeah, you get to choose what to show mercy or to finish him.
Give it up. I won't do it.
Impressive.
No!
He who can change time must choose between those who die and those who live. You must bear the burden. The eternal paradox.
And the cutscene plays out differently if you decide to finish him. So, it honestly doesn't matter which one you pick, because either way, Caius dies. Which sets up the events of Lightning Returns.
No. He always wanted to come back here, didn't he? He wanted to come back here to die.
He thought if he did, he could end Yule's cycle of rebirth. This way, all the Yules that are called back to Valhalla, they can be with him here. They don't have to return to be born again.
He heard you. In the end, he believed what you told him.
This is a world that gives birth to infinite possibilities. But that's all there are. Possibilities. There's no death here, but no real life either. The Yules that returned to this place chose a different fate. They wanted to be born again. They didn't need immortality.
They wanted reality.
But Caius wanted something different. Something he thought was better than life. A dream where he could protect the spirits of all the Yules forever. But I'm not like him. I'm going to find her. Find my Yule. It doesn't have to be forever. Just... I want to be with her in the future.
Then, let's do it. Build a new future.
Yeah. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I didn't want to lose my Yule. I didn't want to lose any of them. No one deserves to die. Not even you, friend. Farewell.
So, why did Caius body just stay there the entire time? Why didn't it just disappear or whatever it's doing now? The minute he got, the minute he got shanked. Yeah, that's what you think, Mog.
How it was.
Nope.
Sarah, you feeling okay? When the timeline changed, did you see anything? I mean, did you feel any pain?
No, I feel great.
Famous last words.
Why don't we go and find Lightning?
Okay.
I don't think she's here, Kubal.
Wait, you don't think that Caius really...
No, that was just a lie. Now that the timeline is fixed, she's back in her own world.
Not quite how it
She's
works,
waiting
Noel.
for me, along with everyone else. The paradoxes are resolved. The gates will disappear soon. We better hurry on back.
Right. So this will take us to 500 AF. I guess that's where we'll be living now. 500 years in my future. Maybe Lightning will be there.
There's the future Lightning fought to protect. It's the start of a brand new era.
Keep thinking that, Noel.
What about Fang and Vanille?
They'll be there for sure. And don't forget, Hope is in that time as well. Once the gates disappear, everyone stays where they are. Every day, we'll be able to look into the sky and see the new cocoon above us.
I bet Snow will be waiting there, Kubal.
So, well, we'll see. That'll be up to Lightning, I think. Yeah?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah?
Shield has been deployed. Major fissures detected in the pillar. Collapse is imminent.
Rescue team report.
Hold on, switching displays.
We're pulling out.
Come on, Saz.
We've got Vanille and Fang. Their crystal is intact. Bringing them home.
Great work.
Thank you, Saz. Thank you for saving them. They've kept our world safe for centuries. But now they can rest and join us in our new arc.
Paradox levels are holding. Sir, they're not coming down.
The gates haven't been shut down yet, which means the timeline must still be unstable.
Director?
It's okay. Sarah and Noel will fix it. They just need more time.
The pillar is coming down!
Nothing like watching the apocalypse happen to upbeat music. Talk about fucking audio dissonance here, you know? We in chat, yeah, I gotta vibe one last time. Get that jamming emote. You know, get the cat vibing. Yeah, that's what it is. Cat vibing. That meme gif.
This is our ark, our haven. It will be called Benevelza.
Take note of that name. There's a very good reason why. And once again, I gotta point out that this song, much like My Hands, whatever 12's was, in the songs from the XIII sub-series,
Look, the heroes are back.
they were still done way better than Eyes on Me. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Once again, I will not pass up a fucking chance to roast that sack of shit song.
Nice catch.
I hated that segment.
Thanks. Gotcha.
But again, this is how it's done. You don't fucking put it in the middle of the game. You put it over the credits, or in Kentucky.Nays and 1,000 Words a segment, cases, you put them over an appropriate moment. You don't put some goddamn sappy, overrated, J-pop R&B song in the middle of the damn game.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they learned from that mistake. Out of all these special image songs, Eyes on Me is the only one I hate.
The gates are closed.
That should tell you how well Square usually does on this. They made one They had one stinker out of I don't know how many at this point. That's the ones I've actually played. From the games I've actually played. I don't know how 15 is handled, for example, or how they handled it in 11.
No, not now, please. Sarah.
Plot twist!
No! No. Sarah. No. But why? You were safe.
I don't
was fine.
know if this was quite explained why Sarah, why this happened.
It changed.
So when we get back to the Historia, I'm going to take a look and see if it's actually explained on the wiki, because I don't actually remember it explained why this happened to Sarah.
The effects ripple outwards, up and down the timeline. The seeress is forced to see it all. You mean Sarah? She saw this vision?
Possibly.
Yes. And it killed her. Sarah.
So
she knew the risk. If if we alter the future?
So the events of 13, the ending here, these all play into Noel's plotline and Lightning Returns. He does return in the finale as expected, but this plays into his plotline. And again, I like how the song is still going while we're seeing a major character die. A cheery, upbeat song about the future and how we should look forward to it while Sarah is dying. Man, Square is great at trolling. Like, this troll is so good, I thought Yoshida was behind it.
The goddess. She is gone, Kupo.
So, yeah, by the way, Etro died.
The heart of chaos beats in my chest. A manifestation of Etro.
It's actually the last of Etro's power.
Should this heart
See?
stop beating,
He straight up said it.
the goddess will die once again.
Now, this is interesting because apparently she's died before, and I don't remember what the circumstances were.
When the goddess dies, the chaos of Valhalla is unleashed.
Oh shit,
Chaos
did we do
has
that?
the power to warp the timeline and destroy the past.
And we see where Lightning actually was. She turned it into crystal. Now, this is a real gut punch the very first time I went through this years ago. Mostly because I thought, oh, this is not going to be something that's going to be resolved via DLC. And I was right. The DLC scenarios, the DLC we got were two story scenarios. One of Sauce and Serendipity, and one of Lightning in Valhalla, a more playable version of the opening level, opening segment. And the other, the third was DLC fights. Now I'm going to show those real quick. I think, other than let's get to the Historia. Okay, and we got to open the gate in order to get free movement again. Okay. Now, I think, well, most likely these are going to be two separate sessions. They're about 30 to an hour or so, depending on how well you know the contents of the story.
It is said that the
Now previously in the story, you go to the Colosseum to get the fragment during episode 3 in order to reduce his royal ripeness down to a fightable state, which is where you meet this guy, the Arbiter of Time. And these are the fights you can have in 13-2. A version of Omega, a tag team of Lightning and Amadar, Jill. Poo-Poo is actually an alien that originally appeared in Final Fantasy VIII. You get Ultros and Typhon, who appeared in Final Fantasy VI, and then later reappeared in, I think actually there's versions of them in 12. They were named differently, and they were palette swaps of enemies that were introduced in 12. But they also reappeared in their original forms in Final Fantasy XIV as a different quests. And we have Gilgamesh, and we have Snow. if I remember correctly, there was actually another one here that didn't.
You surrender too.
So we're not going to do Coliseum in this session. I just wanted to show off the fights. Now, let's see. Now I'm going to tab out to see if I can find information. Guys, I don't know if it was actually explained why she died. Let's see. Had to scroll down. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say anything here that explains it inside 13-2, because this stuff is more things that are explained in Lightning Returns. We have not gotten to that yet. And I don't know how. Where did she get the Eyes of Etro? Let me see here. Okay, searching for it just brings up the users of it. Well, we'll probably find the answers in Lightning Returns, because I don't actually remember. So I'm pretty much relearning some of this stuff. Anyway, so next is Lightning Returns, and we will be doing these DLC stuff as bonus sessions. So anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time at Lightning Returns.